We've discussed this on the program many times, and just yesterday, in fact, why National Public Radio, NPR, and Public Broadcasting Service, PBS, should be defunded. Now, NPR's president and CEO, Catherine Maher, recently spoke against its defunding, claiming that doing so was a real risk to public safety in the entire country. But is NPR really a critical part of local emergency response plans? I actually think there's something that Congress can do that would provide greater access to emergency information. And my next guest is here to talk about it. Joining me here at the SoConCon in Indianapolis, Indiana, Troy Miller. He's the president and CEO of the National Religious Broadcasters. Troy, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Tony, it's always great to be with you.
All right, so NPR, their defunding is putting the nation at risk?
No, not at all. I think you said it best. You know, the backbone of the emergency alert system is the AM radio across this country. PBS plays a part of that. They actually played mostly a plan B, sort of, for what's called the wireless alert system, which is usually when cell services go down. But no, PBS's funding is not going to hurt the emergency alert system. But losing AM radio will.
And that's why I have you on today. We were actually talking about this yesterday. I didn't realize you were going to be here at SoConCon. There is an effort by car manufacturers to take AM radios out of vehicles, which is one of the most reliable sources when natural disasters or emergencies occur. Talk about that.
That's right. So the AM radio system has always been the backbone of the emergency alert system. There are over 70 hardened stations across this country. And as we've seen in some of the recent disasters, cell service is one of the first things to go down. Right. The internet's gone. Everything else is gone.
Look, I'm old school. I keep a transistor radio where I can tune in and find out what's going on, because in Louisiana, we've gone through many of these.
That's right. And most people, if you order one of these weather alert systems, that's the AM radio that's behind that. That's AM frequencies that's coming on. So that's the system behind this. The car manufacturers, the real thing behind this is who's going to control information in the dash. This is all about what's called the connected dash. So if you go out to any of these consumer programs today, you're going to see all this connected dash. That's where the future is going.
Well, let me go a little further on that, because when you have NPR, PBS, government-funded leftist propaganda, I mean, their broadcasting is no different than legacy media. If anything, it's worse. If AM radios are taken out of vehicles, what is that going to do to conservative talk and religious broadcasting?
Look, 80 million people still listen to AM radio. That's from Inside Radio's report. So in the top genres on there are Christian talk and teach, conservative talk.
Washington Watch.
Washington Watch is on there. You have, and the other big group that's on there that'll get disenfranchised is Spanish language programming across this country. Of course, we know the shift in the Spanish community in the voting. So,
I mean, what impact would that have on AM stations if they take them out of cars, which is such a huge market? I mean, this could basically fold the AM radio.
It would absolutely fold the AM radio across this country, and it would disenfranchise, like I said, mainly rural people here. But think about this, Tony, for a second. As you said, we have enough censorship already.
Right.
Now the car manufacturers would be in that role to decide what you can and can't listen to based on their subscription service.
Okay, so let's talk solutions here. We got 2 minutes left. We don't have to fund anybody through Congress. There's just legislation that says to the car manufacturers, don't take AM radios out. Talk about that.
That's right. And look, the cars are the most regulated thing in America. Blinkers, brake lights, all of these things. So this is not anything new. We're not asking them to do anything. It's not asking them for money. We're saying keep AM radio in. We've asked for a 10-year sunset on this to give technology a chance and the stations a chance to manage through all of this. Plus, the FCC just launched a look at the emergency alert system. They have to figure out what the next generation of that's going to look like, and this bill will help all the parties involved.
All right, what's the bill?
It's the AM radio in every dash bill. It's already out of committee in the Senate. We're hoping when the House comes back, it'll come out of committee into a vote. And it has 259 sponsors right now across the House. Probably the most bipartisan bill that we have in the Congress today. So we expect that it'll come out, it'll get passed. If it hits the floor, it's going to get passed easy. Really not any controversy other than the auto manufacturers who want to control it.
Are they continuing to lobby?
They are continuing.
All right. Do you have a bill number?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay.
But
all right, folks,
AM radio in every dash.
All right, AM radio in every dash. You can either call your congressman, senator, or you can go to FRC, or you go to TonyPerkins.com. We'll have the information up there as well. Troy, what's NRB working on? You got some big news coming. We only got like 45 seconds left. You can't talk about it yet, but there's some big news coming soon.
Yeah, so we had a case up against the IRS on the Johnson Amendment, and we're hoping that case, the conclusion of that case, the decision should be coming down in the next 2 weeks.
And that frees the pulpit up to speak to political issues, including candidates. A big deal. Been working on that for many years. Troy Miller, always great to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tony.